Did you know that you can work out how high up you are by dropping something and seeing how long it takes to hit the ground?
Can you?
Well, sort of.
How does that work then?
All you need is a stopwatch, a coin, and a bit of basic maths.
Okay then, so how does it work?
The first thing you've got to remember is that the weight of an object doesn't affect the rate at which it falls. So a heavy object will fall at the same rate as a light object.
But it won't, will it? If I drop a coin and a piece of paper off the balcony in the hall, then the coin's going to fall more quickly.
Yeah, but that's because of air resistance. If you drop two things that aren't going to be affected much by air resistance, like for example, two different sized coins, you'll find that they fall at the same rate.
So we need to use something like a coin for our experiment.
Yeah. Right, so the time on the stopwatch is 0.88 seconds. So what we've got to do now is convert that into a distance. The formula I'm going to use for this is S equals a half a t squared. S is the distance. A is a constant that represents gravity, and t is the time in seconds. Right, so let's put this in as a half. Now A is a fixed value, which is 9.8, and t squared is 0.88 squared. If I just put that into the calculator, a half times 9.8. Remember, only the 0.88 is squared, not the rest of it. And that comes out as 3.79456. But because the whole thing is approximate anyway, it was an approximate time and this is an approximate value for gravity, we can say this is roughly 3.8 meters.
So what's this week's puzzle?
Right, so this week's puzzle is go out somewhere, drop something, don't hit anybody, use this method to work out the height. One thing to remember though is if you just want a really rough estimate of a height, just count the number of seconds as accurately as you can. And remember that A being 9.8 is almost 10, so a half of A is 5. So if you just want a really rough approximation of a height, count the number of seconds, square it, times by 5.